Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday night, and this is Herbalations, and I forgot to turn my camera on. Okay, here we go. All right. My bad. How is everyone today? Or Miss Jackie, how are you today?
Elevated.
How are
you?
That is the theme of this show, is to be elevated.
And I mean, I just found out some really juicy information because apparently there are actual studies that have now proven that there are certain receptors inside of cannabinoids known like cannabichromine, I think is pronounced, but it's CBC. It boosts the development of brain cells. And here I thought it made me dumber.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah,
it's not in this per se, but you can buy stuff that has increased CBC as opposed to CBD or THC.
True. That is true.
Right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robert. How are you today? Thank you for joining us while we talk about the gracious green leaf.
The gracious green leaf. the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Marijuana. There's this guy I really enjoy on Facebook lately. I've shared quite a bit of his stuff, Mr. Stoner Gump. And he is showing me some new ways to smoke the marijuana. I'm tempted to try one of the methods.
And by a smoke, we don't mean like a meat.
No, like full blown. Sure. He calls it like infusing the oxygen that you breathe with marijuana. So I guess like
Dean
if
says,
you take
puff, puff, pass.
You go, Hoey. You go, smoky. But you can take like a compressor, like where it has the two different, like the intake and the outtake, and you just kind of like put your bowl on it. You light your weed, take it into a closed room, right? And light it, turn on the air compressor and let it circulate. And sit in there for a few minutes and see how elevated you get from that.
I want to try it. I would just flat out die.
I think I would die too, but I still want to try it because like you should have seen him stumble out of there. Oh my God.
I can imagine.
He did it in his truck that he takes to work. It's like, I'm never going to get the smell out of there.
Susie Smith said she's vaping with you.
Hey, Susie, how's it going? What are you smoking? So that's a good question. What do you smoke predominantly? If you were to, if out of your like strain, like what's your strain of choice?
Who, me or Susie?
Everybody.
I mean, me, I really don't have a preference. As long as it works. I mean, I can.
So you haven't noticed like a difference, like if you smoke one strain, it makes you feel.
Well, yeah, like, obviously. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of like Susie. I prefer the vapes. You know, you couple hits and it's just like smoking an entire joint, you know, so.
I mean, that's fair. I like to actually, like me, it's a mixture of like smoking it to get stoned, but I also just really enjoy smoking my joints, like a lot. I like the length of time it takes to smoke one, you know, I can sit and enjoy it, but like I can't, like I have to stick to indicas. Like if I start smoking too many sativas, I start going, my head just starts going fast.
Dean Lucas says Sour D or Sunshine No. 4 are his favorites.
Sour D or Sunshine No. 4. I don't think I've heard of those ones. Well, I've heard of the Sour Diesel. I quite enjoy my Sour Diesels.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that one.
Like, this one has a new name strain I've never heard of, and it's called Breath Stank. So far, it's not bad. It's my first time smoking it, but it's Breath Stank.
What a hell of a name, though. Breath Stank.
I mean, the company that sold it is called Skunk Farm. So I mean, they really like the stank.
Susie says her favorites are sativas joiny.
The
I guess that's a flavor.
jaunty. Sounds pretty yummy.
Dole Whip in the vape right now. All right. Try that again in English and then resend it. And
Dole Whip in the vape right now. I'm a little meh about the taste.
Oh, okay. He left out an entire word. Sorry. Sometimes I can't speak Hoey. It just depends on the time of day. My apologies.
That's fine. I'll decipher the story. I leave words out all the time. Like my brain just skips over. But this one, it doesn't have a taste last night. So last night I learned something new about my weeds when I went shopping. Because I picked up some really good shit. I can't find the container right now. But they call it a blend now. So it's not a hybrid, but it's a blend where they've blended two strains together. And I got one that was like a blood orange and cherry or something. And wow. I've never smelt anything so good. I've never tasted anything so good, but it was infused with like oils and stuff. So
that's a strange name for a strain. Unicorn piss.
Unicorn piss. I mean, I'd smoke it. I'd try it.
That almost sounds like something you would hear like in the Wild West. I tell you, that damn old unicorn piss sure is good.
I mean, the strain names have definitely gotten quite interesting. They really know how to sell them. And sometimes you do not know how to you can't pronounce it. You walk up to the desk and ask for it and you're like, that came out wrong.
It was 96% THC, that old unicorn piss. I tell you, Nike old Wayner in the dirt. Did it give you like, did you get like paranoid and stuff? Because that would be funny. I'm sorry.
I bet Hoey did get paranoid. Probably started seeing unicorns everywhere. Went home, told the wife she needed to put a dildo on her head.
Wow.
Gotta keep them away. Keep them away. I don't think I've ever gotten that stoned though. Like I will admit that even my first time smoking weed, like I never got as stoned as some of these people, like where they just like are total like feel like they're falling off the earth. I haven't had it happen yet.
He said he smoked way too long for paranoia. There's always that one time, though. We're going to be reading about Hoey in the newspaper one day about him being like on somebody's roof in his underwear, squawking like a chicken.
Okay, but like somebody better be there live streaming it 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Facebook Live, coast to coast.
Yeah, like set up a time, date. I don't care. Have somebody. Okay,
that's
but that's
a sativa,
salvia.
not salvia.
No, that is salvia. Salvia is a plant as well. Similar to like a DMT trip or like a mushroom trip, like you still smoke it like you would in a
you do that?
type of it's a 15-minute high, but like Matt, I loved that shit when I was in high school.
Susie says when I was young, Susie says when I was young, I got so stoned that I kept hearing helicopters, and I was hiding behind the recliner so they couldn't find me. Okay then.
No, head shops in Canada used to sell it. Yeah, it was legal. Like you could just go, you could get it at different like strengths too. Like you could go in and be like, oh, I'm a wimp, give me 30 times. Or you could go in there and be like, I want a trip so hard. And you grab like the 100 times. And you go back home and you smoke that with your friends, and like 15 minutes you're sober again, good to go. But like
Yeah.
that stuff made my one friend went so nuts the one time he smoked salvia, because like we would take turns and just kind of watch each other be high on it. So my one friend, he got mad. He was looking at his computer. We were listening to music, and from the outsider looking in, he just slams his computer shut and like runs out of the room screaming. When he comes back in, I ask him like, "What happened?" He's like, "Well, my computer screen, it turned red and there was like a demon face on it, and the computer kept chanting at me, 'It's your life. We have it,' through my speakers. And even when I shut the computer, it didn't stop. So like I had to leave, and I was like, that is intense. That's
Hits
intense.
you in the face before the bong hits the table.
I never did it out of a bong. I smoked it out of a pipe, like out of a weed pipe. And that was my biggest mistake. I smoked it out of the same pipe I smoked my weed out of. And I smoked a bowl of weed out of that after. That
That
was
just doesn't sound
unexpected.
safe.
No, that's an unexpected salvia high that you did not plan on taking, and anybody else that you were sharing with that day. That is how you accidentally drug your friends. But I swear to you, it's one of the best. So we were
Jeez.
trying to figure out what effects does it have on the brain, is what I was looking into today. And this week I was really reading about it. Trying to figure out, like, because here in Canada they put warning labels on it saying that it can cause psychosis. So I'm wondering where they're getting their information from that marijuana causes psychosis.
I don't know. I've never heard that one before. That's a new one.
It is a new one, but it's coming straight out of Health Canada. Like, all I've ever seen is like different ways that it temporarily affects, and none of it's ever been like lengthy.
Or like a permanent effect or anything.
Yeah, like never like, oh, you're permanently dumb now. Like that's what everybody always was trying to say. Oh, if you smoke weed when you're too young, you're gonna
Yes.
be dumb forever.
Mikey, this is live. Mikey asks, is this live?
Oh, did Mikey want to come and play?
Mikey, do you want to come onto the show?
Well, official studies, that depends on which studies you want to talk about, how long they've been done, because some of these studies date back to like the 1800s. They started studying with marijuana and in use in medicine and stuff like that. For St. Paddy's Day, one of the Irishmen I looked into was William O'Shaughnessy. He was actually like one of the leading people in studying marijuana. He went to India, he went to all different countries to study the effects of marijuana.
Yeah, that's very possible. Like taking somebody with like bipolar 1 kind of skew the test data a little bit. What? No, don't go anywhere. Why would you leave?
It's okay, we didn't want him anyways.
You turd.
Mikey sucks. Mikey's not a team player.
Yeah, Mikey's not a team player. Wow, he just abandoned us.
I mean,
I was wondering if there were clinical studies for a large amount of people. I mean, as much as is widely used for medical reasons, I would say there would have to be studies in place for states to even entertain legalization to that extent.
Oh, there absolutely has been studies done with people, and pretty large studies. but it's all been dependent on which area they're testing, like what it affects, because it actually affects so many different cells in your body depending on how you take it into your system, right? Like I have used bath bombs before, and I'll tell you one thing, it's a different high. It's a different feeling absorbing it in through your skin. Like it feels different. Same as smoking it, eating it, drinking it.
Mikey, I'm gonna break your arm. You need to quit.
No
Yeah,
royalties from Mikey.
but okay, so I mean, hemp is just literally a weed. It's not.
Hemp?
It's cannabis, but it's not really. I mean, it's not like it's a. I mean, they've been
Hemp
using it for rope and crap for ages.
is partially
You know,
why they actually wound up making it illegal. It started putting certain things out of business that actually wound up running those countries, like pulp and paper mills, clothing companies, all those kinds of things. When you're using hemp, when you're using all those natural things to make it, it's cheaper. So they're not making the
well,
money off of it.
yeah, but that's also what Delta 8 is a
Delta
sprayed
9.
THC. Well, no, Delta 8 is like a sprayed THC. They really just take CBC and they spray Delta 8 THC on it. It's weird. It's
Well,
synthetic.
yeah, the hemp plant cannabis sativa is the Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol or whatever, the Delta 9 THC.
Yeah, they have Delta 8 and Delta 10. I think most of that it's legal in most states.
So the problem with that stuff is, so there was a period where it was legal in Canada. It is illegal to sell it in Canada. It made a lot of people very sick. And I actually got sick smoking that stuff because people started smoking it due to, drug tests, working in the oil fields, working in certain industries that require you to pass drug tests. People gave up smoking weed, but started smoking the synthetic.
Yeah, the fake
It,
legal weed is in non-legal states. Because I have this nice little clicky button here, and I can put them up there on the screen at will, so I could take it off or put it back on.
he's
Or take it
magical,
off
okay?
or put it
He's
back on.
magical.
Or off or on. Off, on, off. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
Go
on
ahead.
mobile, so I don't get those fun features.
Well, I can't help you there. I'm sorry.
When I did my one live, I had a little bit more, but it was weird. I had to spend like a half an hour playing with StreamYard before I did anything.
Well, I mean, I've never used it on the phone, so.
it's it's easy, but it's from what I've gathered, you get limited usage. But I also don't have a premium account, so I'm like
Yeah.
messing around with things. It was entertaining though. I've never been on that side of it, so
Pretty cool, though. Easy to use, easy to operate. You know, I mean, we can do it several different ways, but this seemed to be the easiest one because I'm lazy. So that's why we use it.
I've never used any other streaming service, so I'm still like, you can stream live on Facebook and TikTok, but like,
You know, it's just one page at a time. Like right here, we can do multiple pages at one time. So.
oops.
And I
But
think Harsh is live streaming on his page right now.
oh, that little. But yeah, he did say he had to do an interview today. That's why he wasn't coming. So, which I mean, that's fair. Last time he derailed it so fast. We made it to about this mark before he had taken it left field.
Yes, we are. I don't know if Canada is, but I think they're trying to vote to like ban TikTok here in the States. No,
Yeah,
Harsh is here. See, hello there. We didn't fire Harsh. We didn't look. He's right here. See,
I was joking when I said that last week. Okay, like I'm a woman. Forgive me. Sometimes I fire people. Sometimes I hire them. You know, it's just,
I keep firing myself, but it never works.
you
I
can't
always have to
fire
come back.
yourself. Yeah.
I thought you were live streaming on your page, Harsh. Some whatever, a band. I thought you told me earlier.
He's taking the week off. Well,
No, he doesn't. He's a male, Hoey. There's none of that weird stuff here.
he was talking about me.
Oh.
So what were you smoking? Why you fell out of that quite quickly?
That's why we use radio for that. Not Crayola Sec. Use your noggin.
Musicians about
I don't know.
don't we're affiliated, but like let's start working on not being affiliated. That's where we go to have train wrecks.
CSHR Radio. Home of the train wrecks.
I mean, absolutely. Can't look away when you see a train wreck, though. So, I mean.
No, it never works.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, now I'm not sure if this is a confession or if it's a quoted statement.
Congratulations. We'll now be banning you, unfortunately.
Nope.
Have a great day. You're a foreigner anyways, so. Okay, but like, yeah, trippy videos do make for like some of the best parts about being stoned. So I'm liking this background. This background's almost distracting, actually.
That's the same background on your webpage.
I know, but like, could you imagine? It makes such a great like setup for my room. Just saying.
He was quoting you, Jackie.
Okay. I don't believe him. I don't.
Well, I mean, but to be fair, Harsh, like 78,000 of those pages you created, and they're like all the same page. So, I mean, you know.
It sounds like Facebook.
I mean,
Harsh
we
got the
literally
memo.
have two Crayola Sec Harsh Reality pages for some reason. You know, like why?
I thought one was a group because one of them actually is like it's like I had to click join group.
Oh no, there is a group, but I'm talking about like the show pages for our show. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Oh, he said there's like 12. Yeah, he's got like this addiction to creating Facebook pages and chats.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Same people over and over again. You get lost. Forget where you are. So
you got to look at the screen whenever I put them up there, Mikey. See, like here now. Look, if you look at the screen, you see his comment. It's how do you see us but not that?
okay, let's highlight Susie's comment there then, because Susie's comment. Yep.
'Tis true.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You're all fired.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no, he's on a different page.
So I don't know. How do we like? What do you feel about legalization in the States? Like, how do you feel that's going to be?
I think it's way past due time. You know, I really think, but we don't need just legalization. We need decriminalization too. You know,
Yeah, that's where we
you can't
missed the
have
mark.
one without the other. You know.
No, it's really unfair to that situation because some people like they're still sitting in there doing time for like not even a pound, not even a quarter pound possession, and you let them sit there. Like I don't know.
Right.
I know it's just a tax thing. That's why it happened here, and I will admit that. Like it's
Well, I mean,
100%.
as soon as they can figure out the best way to make money off of it, that's whenever it'll get legalized across the board.
So how many states? Because I don't remember how many states are legal in the states. Like
Uh,
last time I thought about it, it was like California and Colorado.
now there's several more now. Hang on a second.
Oh, they're over here. They are messing us with the tobacco, like 100%. Like they
It's
just instituted an extra tax on that.
it's now 24 states plus the District of Columbia.
And you guys have like what, 50? 52?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Why do you guys have so
It,
many? That's just
I have no idea. Because we're
'cause
not
like what?
Canada.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I guess it takes a whole day to drive through each province, but like down in the States, you can drive through like 4 or 5 states.
Yeah, but in Europe, I mean, you could drive across just as many countries in the same time it takes to go across states.
Yeah, that's why they make it so easy, though. Like,
Yeah, I know there's 50. I mean, she lives in Canada. Why would I correct her? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
well, it's because I always thought there was like a two for some reason. I always like got the question wrong.
Mikey says he can name all 54. All right, yeah, but
They're different provinces, but yeah.
yeah,
I mean, Newfoundland was a country for a long time on its own. That's the other big reason too. Like it didn't join Canada till quite a few years after Canada became its own country from Britain.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's because they all became part of Canada at different times. I mean, if they
Well,
were
a good
annexed
chunk of
all at the
us.
same time, then it would be one area.
Well, it kind of like most of Canada did all around the same time. Like it was very close together. It was like years where Newfoundland was its own country till it went broke. It needed money.
Money makes the world go round.
They admit it every time. If Chad was here right now, he would really correct me on exactly how many years. He'd actually be a little insulted that I don't remember right now, but I smoked quite a decent amount. But I mean, Harsh seems to think he knows everything about Canada again. I'm kind of curious which states I'm missing if Mikey thinks there's 54, though. I'm honestly kind of curious about this. Which states am I missing?
Yeah, name all 54 states.
Oh, I cannot do that.
In New York, you can. I think each person is allowed like 6 plants. Canada is basically Britain overseas.
Not anymore. We used to be. Not anymore.
Harsh, would you stop doing that, please?
What did Harsh do now?
Nothing. He's in there and he's throwing comments up on the screen.
How is
Thank
he
you.
doing? How is he doing that when he's not even here?
Because he doesn't have to join in to do that.
Of course, he would show up and try to mess with things.
What do you mean what counts as a plant? Like a plant?
In
It's,
Canada,
I mean, what do you think is a plant?
Originally, you could only grow 4
God,
plants
you know
per
what?
household.
Harsh. Seriously, dude.
How am I being weird? What's your issue? What's your issue? You want to come talk?
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, come on.
Like seedlings, veg, and flower. Well, like you can only have, see, and that's where the rule in Canada, where they knew they had to be specific because of people like you, Hoey. So we can have 4 plants in bloom at a time, but you can have 8 on rotation, 8 or 12. I tried to go to like 16, but I knew I wasn't going to get caught. But I tried to have plants on rotation constantly.
I don't think seeds matter.
The seeds do
I,
not matter. It depends on which ones are producing buds at the time. So you can have ones that are in, like, that aren't in bloom and they don't count.
I don't know what context this is in. I don't know why he said this.
Oh, because he's calling your bluff, because he's like, I'll answer the question, the 54 states, but he's going to send them each in
No,
an
just
individual
why?
comment.
Why do you have to do that in an individual? Why can't you just make it as one comment?
It would take up the whole screen.
I well, I
I'm
mean, in
wondering.
your state, you would have to look up the guidelines. I know for sure it's 6 plants per person there, but I don't know you know, I don't live there, so I couldn't tell you what the law is up there.
Susie, leave my height out of this.
No, she meant the plants, Jackie, the plants.
Hold on. Listen, I'm a
Okay,
little
so
sensitive.
Mikey said he would do 54 comments because he's difficult.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Sure, why not? We could laugh at some of the states he throws out there.
I'm kind of curious because he isn't he British?
Yeah, yeah. So, did you use dirt or cocoa when you grew?
I used regular dirt, like potting soil. Like that's what I did.
People
I
use
treated
cocoa
it.
for that.
I didn't realize you could use cocoa.
Okay, so we have our first state, second state. Come on, keep going. Third
Okay,
state. Okay, so he's got 3 states so far: Texas, Washington, New York. All right, that's 3 actual states. Keep going. I think you got stuck. Not Texas. Okay. Not Texas number 2. Not Texas number 3.
so yeah, in my province, you can only have 4 plants.
Okay, not Texas number 4. These are not states, Mikey.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
plants.
Oh, hydroponic.
Yes,
Okay, so that's something to do with hydroponics. Okay,
I
I don't
still
know
did
anything
that
about
with
that.
my soil, anyways. I still gave it extra nutrients. I had my light on a timer, but I did try to keep my plants more shorter. I didn't want them growing tall and skinny, so I kind of forced my plants to grow shorter and get thicker stalks. I got better buds on those ones. Man, I didn't have so much like issues with the stalk doing things and weird. What do you do for your bugs, Hoey? Like for your pesticides? Do you just do soap and water?
He just screams at him.
Actually, some of the music has helped.
Is that seriously a thing? Like people play music to their plants and they react to it?
They actually do.
Like seriously?
Same thing as talking to them, because you're increasing the oxygen. So talking to them helps them grow.
Okay, now we have Ohio. Florida. Shout out to Majesta in Utah.
That's my wife.
Utah is a government hoax. I don't care what anybody says.
Is that why they
Utah
all?
isn't real.
Is that why they all give off like they're possibly like aliens vibe?
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, the CO2 levels, but like playing music doesn't affect the CO2 levels.
Yes, I realize that you don't breathe out oxygen. Forgive me for my retardation.
I was going to let it go, but
Forgive me, Pop Father, for I have sinned.
Okay, now we have Mississippi. He's really going to go for this, isn't he? Well, I mean, he named his other 4. So, his other 4 was not Texas 2 through 4.
I'm wondering if we're ever just going to like accept that Alaska should be part of Canada and not part of the United States.
Why?
Because it makes absolutely no sense that Alaska is like up and through Canada. You're welcome. I knew you were going to forget that one, so I had to give it to you.
Okay, should we give him another one to help him out?
Has he already got your state?
No, he hasn't gotten mine yet.
Oh, okay. I mean,
should I give him? I mean, it's not like it's not on my profile or anything.
No, but don't.
But that actually makes it look worse.
We should have just
you
made
had to
him
look at my profile for that one.
Yeah, we should have made him jump on the live to do it.
Made him read them out.
Just saying, it would have worked so much better than this. Did he get the silly states that do the north and the south of each other?
Not yet.
Okay, because that makes it
I'm not
easy.
cheating.
Like
I'm just really bad.
I just want to say, Scott, we have to do something for your birthday.
I'm just going to say we're not, and I'm not going to be part of it.
You know what? Why did you got to come in here and stir up nonsense? Like, did you just like shit in a pot and like sit there with your stick while you were sitting in the comments going, I wonder how I'm going to do it today? How am I going to do it today?
That's pretty racist, Jackie. Anyway, I just want to say you guys are doing great with the show tonight. I wanted to say God bless you all. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. So
I didn't mean to be racist about it. I actually didn't even think about it until you brought it up. I was trying to make a pot stirring joke, stirring the pot with shit, but my bad.
No, but actually, I just wanted to wish you all well and say you guys are doing a good job, though, for real. That's it. So,
thank you, Harsh. Yeah, I hope are you actually taking the week off though?
Yeah, I might take a few days off, depending on how Wednesday's going to shake down. I mean, I do feel like we have to sing "Happy Birthday" to Scott, but if I'm going to do that, then
yeah, I'm not going to be there for it.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, see you later then.
All right. I don't know why he's so concerned with my birthday. So weird.
That's the same reason why he keeps trying to bug everybody about their age lately. I think he's battling the age crisis right now, but I think we all just need to understand it's a construct of the mind. And I mean, like, why do we gotta celebrate it every year anyways? It seems kind of like narcissistic, don't you think?
Yeah, like, a little bit.
Like I'm not like trying to like feminize the area right now by any means, but like, shouldn't we be celebrating? We shouldn't be celebrating Mother's Day, but we should be celebrating Mother's Day on our birthday. Because like, really, at the end of the day, on your birthday, it's your mom that did anything. She's the one that like shot you out and went, yeah, There's my baby. All you did was like come in and scream and ruin her life.
Right.
Like, it's a very narcissistic thing to do to celebrate your birthday. I mean, unless you're going to do it like the old days where when you become, like when you hit that age of maturity, go and like kill a deer and feed your family and prove you're a man or a woman. I don't know. I've always hated my birthday. But I always did say thanks to my mom on my birthday as I got older, especially once I had kids.
Well, I hear you.
Happy ruined your no-no spot day, Mom. Thanks, Hoey, for thinking just like me.
North Carolina, South Carolina. I've lost count.
Okay,
Nevada.
so 1, 2, 3.
Are you counting the states?
13. I mean, yeah. What? Come on, Frank. We don't got all night.
I mean, we only got like 20 minutes left of the show.
I counted 13. But like, I'm kind of surprised.
Just a smidgen. Just a tiny bit. A tiny little bit there.
I'm used to counting out loud right now. But like, I mean, at least he knows the states of where certain people live. Like, he's not a stalker by any means.
Right.
Is New Mexico a state or a city?
No, New Mexico is a state.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because Albuquerque's in New Mexico, not Texas, right?
He's thinking. He's thinking.
That's a dangerous, dangerous game there, Mikey.
What's that? That's Louisiana. You already said that one.
I think he might be thinking of another one because, like,
He must be confused.
I'm surprised he hasn't listed off one of the ones that we make the most fun of.
Right.
Where the Hills Have Eyes people are from.
Nope, not that. Well, I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, he says he throws a mop at these people. Map.
I'm
Map.
trying
Why
not
did I
to
say mop?
I'm trying not to give him all of the states, but I am trying to help Mikey out because if I actually sat and thought about it, I do know quite a few of the states, but I just can't remember the precise number of states that there are. Because there's ones that don't even really, they shouldn't even really be states. I might as well just loop in with another one. Like North Carolina and South Carolina. That's basically like trying to be like Korea. Like, why would you guys do that?
That's not a state, Susie. That's a time of year. It's
okay. Some of these people in the comments are American, and now I'm having some issues. This is why you guys have too many states. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Exactly
Like,
what? In New Mexico? I don't know. What do you, how does it have a French spelling, but it's a Mexican state?
Is he thinking of Arizona? Because Arizona gives off Mexican vibes. Mardi
Gras is not Mexican. Jesus. I'm going to throw a geography book at somebody, I swear.
By next week, everybody better pass the test.
I'm not going to put this comment on the air because it's going to make me throw up.
I feel you. Hoey, no, don't.
No, Mardi Gras is not Mexican. That's French. It means Fat Tuesday.
Does it actually?
Yes.
Oh. Why is it a week long then? Or is it 2 weeks?
No, it's only that Tuesday of that week. It's just they have celebrations throughout the week. And they do king cakes like the entire month before that. Nice pair, Robert. Good job.
So that's what Robert thinks about when he smokes the married iguanas.
There's no state named Mardi Gras, Susie. He said there was a French-sounding spelled state.
So he hasn't listed Arizona yet.
Why are you giving him states? Don't do that. You're gonna like mess him up. His brain is gonna explode. Oh well, his mind is somewhere else now.
Mikey, put your butt away. That was rude. Hey, are you excited for that lunar eclipse?
See,
or solar
you gave
eclipse?
Him an answer.
I did. No, I have to help them. I have to help him from time to time. Okay, like there's nobody here trying to save him. I got to help him out. But what's your thoughts on this this solar eclipse? How you feeling?
I didn't know we were having one.
Oh, nobody lets me forget about it. I open up anything to do, and they're like, "Oh, they've declared states of emergency." I'm like, "Wait, what? Why are they like? What's supposed to happen? Like, why are we declaring states of emergency?
Why is this a state of emergency?"
Yeah, like straight up. In some of the states, they're like telling them, "Make sure you buy your fuel, buy your food. This place is going to be so busy that like y'all ain't going to be able to get any gas or food." That's why I was wondering how you were feeling about it, because sounds like it's going kind of wild in the United States over it.
I mean, if it does, I'm a laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's apparently supposed to. It's a total one. So it's like the first one since 2017. So a lot of people are also claiming it's going to be the rapture and the end of the world.
Why do people do that? I never understood that.
Because where it ends in the United States, and only because it still goes around the rest of the planet, but where the eclipse ends is over Rapture, wherever that is in the States, but it ends there and it goes over Nineveh, all over all the Ninevehs, and that's the end of times. It's wild. It's kind of ridiculous. But that's what I've gathered so far, and I'm like, all right, cool.
I didn't even look. I mean, I didn't even know about it. When is it supposed to happen?
April 8th.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess like up here in Canada, like we're not going to get to see much of it. Like it's going to be like 80 or like 80% or something like that. Like we're not going to get to see much of it. But I ain't traveling to the United States to see it.
I'll be able to see a good bit of it if I'm outside that day.
Well, it's going to black out some of the spots. Like they ain't going to have anything, no light. It'd be cool to see a total one, but haven't had one and haven't been able to see a total one in Canada. They always are over the States. That's why you guys think the world revolves around you.
Map. See if we can find the map.
You should be able to.
You said April 8th.
Yeah, solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse path. And Google's being retarded. Hang on a second.
That's what I'm saying. I'm upgrading.
Yeah, we're not going to see much of it here either. Like, it's going to go across, like, Texas, Arkansas, part of Missouri, Indianapolis and stuff.
Yeah.
Pass over Niagara Falls, etc.
Yeah, like, I'm on the wrong side of the damn freaking continent to see anything of value.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to see some of it, but, you know.
That's what I get for living in the worst place in the world. I am going to apply for refugee status pretty soon. So that's where I'm going.
I think Chloe's like further away from it than I am, and if he can see that much of it, we should be able to see a good bit of it.
YouTube clicks why they spin it. What?
I don't know what that means.
I hope it does bring the Jetsons though. Like that'd actually be kind of like, I gotta say, I miss some of those cartoons. Like I do miss the Jetsons a little bit. It's interesting to kind of like think back to the way people used to think about the future and what it is now, what it actually is. The Rapture talk wormhole. Luckily, me and Scott are the two that are like, you guys are just trying too hard. Like, if that was going to be the Rapture, the end of the world, a lot more things would be going wild right now. And so far, only Iceland is exploding itself. Has Hawaii tried exploding itself lately?
Well, I found one website that's going to be selling certified eclipse glasses.
Why can't we just make them out of cardboard boxes like we used to when we were little?
Really? I mean...
It worked just fine. Like, we were fine with the cardboard boxes and the tinfoil. Well, it was more like cereal boxes, I think, wasn't it? They made us make them in school. Back when they tried to actually teach some interesting things in school.
What is it? Well,
no, but it's reflective. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I'm fussing at this doggone thing here.
Oh, I know. I'm reading the comments, but Mikey, like you're supposed to be working on something else. Don't be worrying about that. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get like an 85.87% blackout here.
Okay, and Alberta's probably gonna get what, like 70?
I can look it up for you if you want.
Sure. Well, you got it. I thought you had it open. That's why I was asking.
Well, I mean, I was just looking at the map.
Well, so far you've got 15 states there, Mikey. Let's go. And Arkansas was the state he was talking about, apparently. That was the French-sounding one.
Edmonton, you're going to see 23.23% of it as starting at 11:54 a.m. and ending at 1:39 p.m.
Yeah. Not even worth it for us.
No.
Yay!
Anybody else want to know how much of the eclipse they're going to see while I'm in this site?
Where's Hoey? Oh. Milk cartons. Yeah, Hoey says he's about the same.
You're supposed to be naming states.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, where's Mikey? He's in.
I'll tell you where
British.
Mikey is.
I've got a finger in my butthole.
That sounds about right. Get that finger out of that butthole and start figuring out these states while we look up how much your blackout
Okay,
is.
Kansas. Let's look up Kansas.
Oh, Mikey's got another state now. Thanks, Hoey.
All right, so let's see.
Still shocked he hasn't said Alabama. There's songs about it.
What part of Kansas? Like I mean, there's different areas. That's gonna have
Texas is
different
supposed
percentages.
to have 100% there, buddy. It goes over.
Yeah, if you're gonna be in if you're gonna be in Texas, if you're in the Dallas area, that's gonna be like, complete blackout.
Hey, I guess there's going to be a small period of time where certain people aren't going to be able to access the internet.
True.
That's going to be interesting. So. Or like I am kind of interested on how it's going to pan out. I'm excited for that aspect because people always go buck wild when they get blackouts.
Right.
Hoey's in Manhattan, and he wants to know about northeastern Kansas.
Sure.
Alabama's a country. Alabama is not a country, Mikey. What makes
northeastern Kansas is going to be? Let's see. Let's just say the Leavenworth area, or let's see, Olathe, maybe 89.49%.
I want to know why Mikey thinks Alabama's a country.
Well, I mean, Alabama is kind of strange, so yeah, I can see that. This man's got me looking up Manhattan. Jesus.
I couldn't imagine living in a place like that, Manhattan. I've seen pictures. That place looks like anxiety in a bucket.
Oh, I think he means Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh. Well, look at me thinking there's only a Manhattan in New York, but I mean.
Okay, so you're going to see like roughly about like 90 something percent or 89%. I'm sorry, 89%.
The little
so you're
apple.
Just seeing about the same as us.
The little apple. Because the South will rise. I went to jail in Coleman, Alabama as a kid. And Mikey's regarded.
Yes, we know.
The little potato that could, it's fine.
The little potato that could.
Come on, Mikey, you're almost there. You're so close.
We're at the 59-minute mark. Yeah,
yes, we're at the anyway, so. We're at the 59-minute mark. Thank you guys for joining us again on a lovely Sunday for another elevated train wreck. And I hope all of you survived this clips. I ain't gonna be much for me. But we'll see you guys next Sunday. Stay elevated, and thanks for joining me. And by next Sunday, Mikey will have named all 54 states. So we'll get back to you guys on that.